So the question today is, how are you going to compete with Wall Street traders and big bank? Look, from my point of view, you don't have to compete with them. You can actually ride on their coattails. And we have strategies that allow us to jump off the back of some of their trades. We talked on our video yesterday, or just a couple of days ago, about supply and demand and support and resistance. And specifically with supply and demand, one of the big things that drives those movements is institutional investment. So I say don't compete with them, ride on their coattails and use strategies like ours to make sure that you can get into the market and take full advantage of those big moves that the institutions, the banks, the Wall Street traders are generating in the marketplace. Remember, they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars in any one go, and that influences the market, and we can definitely ride on their coattails. So you don't necessarily have to compete with those Wall Street traders and big banks. So what else can you do? Number of things. The first thing, get yourself a coach. Find somebody who it's important that you resonate with them. Okay, you have to really know this person. You need to know that they are successful, that they have done everything that you're trying to achieve and more, so that you can get to where you want to be in record time. Okay, yes, you can do it on your own. It's going to be painful. It's going to be long and drawn out. Getting a coach is going to help you get there quicker and avoid some of those pitfalls along the way. Don't compete with others. Compete with yourself. Okay? Don't compare yourself to somebody else's trading. Better or worse, compare yourself to yourself. Keep a record of your performance. Keep a record to show that your performance is improving because you're learning all the time. We talk about a trade diary, a trade log, so that you can review your trades. Make sure that you're learning from the losing trades, learning trades, and make sure that you're maximizing what you did right on the winning trade. So compete with yourself, don't compete with others. There's always going to be somebody out there performing better than you. There's always going to be somebody out there performing worse than you. So compete with yourself, that's what I say. Okay, be mindful and proactive. And this really comes back to point number 2. Be mindful of what you're doing, when you're doing it, and why you're doing it. Be proactive, keep that trading log. Trading log's only as good as the person who implements the learnings from it. So don't just keep a log and never review it. And I know people that do that. I keep a trading diary, so I've got 2 years worth of history. What have you done with it to better improve your trading? So be mindful and be proactive in your learning. We should always be learning. T. Harv Eker says if you're not growing, then you are dying. Okay? So keep on learning. Make sure that you have got an education fund to keep that learning moving forward, and that to me is the most proactive thing you can do. Focus. Your trading plan will help you do that. If you have clear goals, then you can keep focused. If you keep the information, you can see whether you're on track or not. Eliminate distractions around you. Make sure that your trading environment is conducive to doing the job that you're looking to do, to be the best trader you possibly can be. Learning. If we're not learning, like I said, we're dying. If we're not growing, we're dying. I liken it to an oak tree. The moment an oak tree stops growing, it's because it's dead. And it's the same for us. If we're not growing our knowledge base consistently, annually, I spend a fortune on coaches and learnings. I've traveled the world 10 times over to different trainings, from Vancouver, Canada, to South Africa, to UK trainings all over Europe, to make sure, and the Far East as well, but as far as Thailand, to trainings, to make sure that I'm constantly bettering myself. I do online trainings Udemy is a good example. I've used Udemy programs to help us with our traders, with my team, to make sure that we're constantly growing and learning. And you must do the same in your trading. You have to set goals. Set goals in terms of what is your profit target? What is the time you're going to spend trading? Are you going to spend 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night, or are you going to trade for the whole day? Are you looking for capital growth, or are you looking for capital growth and some income out of it as well? So set your goals, both in terms of performance, but also for learning. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to keep on learning. Celebrate all wins. Doesn't matter how small they are, it's the habit of celebrating, and it will raise your vibration. I don't want to get too hokey pokey about it, but if you're vibrating at a high level, in tune with the universe, you'll be surprised what it's going to bring into your life. Celebrate every single thing. Celebrate the fact that you spend 20 minutes today learning something new. Celebrate the fact that you learned something from the learning trade. Celebrate the fact that you got your ass out of bed this morning because you wanted to. Some people can't do that. They lie in bed all day because they're depressed, but whatever the reason is, just celebrate absolutely everything in life, and that will reinforce your positivity and your approach to your trading. Guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you've taken something away from it. That, for me, is the formula to compete with the big banks. Remember, ride on their coattails, and we can show you how to do that with our strategies and formulas that we use in our trading platform. So any questions, put it in the comments below. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel and subscribe so you keep getting these videos, and please go to our Facebook and Instagram, give us a big thumbs up. Thanks guys.